Good morning, guys. Good morning, and welcome to episode 18 of the World Cup review show. I know, guys, we're almost at the end of this World Cup journey. We've got 2 more episodes to do, possibly 3 if I want to do a review of the tournament, which I might do. But thank you for joining me on this journey, guys. Thank you for joining me in my inaugural podcast journey, so thank you very much. As always, guys, just a wee bit of housekeeping before we start today's episode. If you're watching the video feed of this podcast, all the YouTube, all the social media handles are down the bottom, so do give them a follow and a like and a subscribe. Please do, guys. It really just helps the channels, the platforms that we're on, so it really helps us to grow. So if you could do that, that would be great. And tell your friends as well, guys. If you're into football, get them involved with WHEELYFC TV, because this is just the beginning. If you are listening to this podcast in audio format, it will be available for you tomorrow at some point. I'll upload it as soon as it's ready to be uploaded. It will be in Spotify and wherever you get your podcast from tomorrow. And with that little bit of housekeeping out of the way, guys, I'm not going to lie, we've only got one game to look at today, so it could be just a wee short 10-15 minute episode today, because we've only got one game to look at today, really, and that is the third and fourth place playoff, or the bronze match between France and England tonight in the Miami Stadium. Kickoff is at 10 p.m. in the UK, and it is on the BBC iPlayer and BBC One. For those of you in the UK, if you're watching this match around the world, please do check with your local TV listings to find out where you can watch the match from. But do I think England is going to beat France? Well, like I said last night, guys, on the evidence of the last 20 or so minutes against Argentina, not a hope in hell. And I'll tell you why. If you go defensive against France with 20 or so minutes to go, for example, again, France will just walk over you. We've got Barcola, we've got, of course, Kylian Mbappe, we've got Rebo, we've got all those players, guys, and they would just walk over England. They would have a field day with England. And if England play the same way as they played against Argentina in the second half for the last 20 or so minutes, England's going to struggle. Having said that, though, if England come out all guns blazing from the get-go, they could, and I stress could, actually beat France tonight, guys. It's not beyond the realms of possibility, but we need to come out all guns blazing. We need to be very, very attack-minded for them to beat France. Because if they don't, if we go with a defensive approach, then they'll get snookered. There is no two ways about it. And we've got 13 hours and 3 minutes to kick off, guys. I know I'm doing this podcast slightly earlier today, but that's because, or this episode rather, but that's because I'm going out tonight, guys. Your boy is off to see Snow Patrol at Edinburgh Castle tonight, so he's looking forward to that. A wee pre-birthday present to myself, let's just say. Now, if we see the news and see the England news overnight, Thomas Tuchel did give a pretty damning press conference, or rather he got grilled in his press conference overnight, but he's still defending his tactics. This is what I don't get. How can you defend your tactics like this? I mean, he's one of the best managers in the world, Thomas Tuchel. And he defends his tactics. Saying that they were the right tactics. Saying that English football has this mentality where they get to a semi-final and they choke. Which is relatively true. We need to change tactics. I cannot stress this enough. If we don't change tactics for this game, we're not going to finish third in the World Cup. We're going to finish fourth in the World Cup. We would love to finish third, I'm sure, but we need to change our tactics. If we don't, France is just going to walk all over England. And you know the mantra on this channel now, guys, after Scotland got put out in the group stages, A, B, E, anyone but. You can finish that sentence. And if France win, I'll actually have a wee chuckle to myself because we know the potential of England's team. We see it week in, week out, guys, in the Premier League, in the leagues around Europe where the players are playing. We see it week in, week out. We see the potential of these players for the clubs. But when it comes to the national team in a semi-final or a final or a quarter-final, they seem to choke. I don't know what it is, guys, but they just seem to choke. And Thomas Tuchel was brought into England because he's a serial winner. He wins trophies. I get that. He's one of the best German managers that Germany have had in a long time. I totally get that. 100%. But he believes that he can go through to 2028 and do well in the home Euro campaign. We'll just have to wait and see, but that's 2 years away. And like I said last night as well, guys, he's got to bring more players through. He's got to go to the games every week, which he does in the Premier League. He's got to bring the players through. But one thing you don't see is if an English player's playing abroad, like Harry Kane, for example, with Bayern Munich, you don't really see the England manager going to Germany every once in a while to watch his games. It just baffles me. It just baffles me. Now, switching to France, it's Didier Deschamps' last game in charge of France tonight. That's been made public for a while now. After this game, he hands the reins over to Big Zizou or Zinedine Zidane. And my question to you today, guys, is for your comments and your feedback and to encourage a bit of lively debate. Do you think Zinedine Zidane will be a good manager for France? Personally, I think it's a brilliant succession to Didier Deschamps. I think France are going to do very well tonight in his last match. That's just my personal opinion. As a podcaster, guys, I think France are far too strong for England. I think England just don't seem to have the attacking spirit that we showed in the earlier stages of the tournament, through the group stages and even the round of 16 to come back against the Democratic Republic of Congo. I think with that move to the defensive side of their game in the 71st minute, I really think that's the game we're going to play tonight. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, and I hope I am. I hope it's a really good game tonight for the third and fourth place playoff in the tournament. But I'll be honest with you guys, I just can't see it. I just can't see it. I can see England maybe going attacking for the first 50 or 60 minutes. But after that, I can see them switching to this defensive tactic. And Thomas Tuchel has just come out and said he has no regrets over his tactical decisions. Surely something needs to be looked at after this tournament, guys, for all you English fans out there. Something needs to be looked at. You need to get over this mentality of breezing the group stages. Well, alright, you didn't breeze it, you had a wee scare, let's just say, but you got through, and you got through the round of 16 after a wee scare against Congo, but you should really be breezing tournaments like this. Yeah, you got to the semi-finals, but you didn't really breeze there. You breezed there for about 55 minutes. Then you thought, oh, we're 1-0 up, we'll take our foot off the gas. And look what happened. Messi in Argentina came to life. And you don't want to do that against France, because if you do, admittedly, it was only 2-1 against Argentina, but France will punish you. There is no doubts about that. And I believe that Kylian Mbappe will punish England tonight. I really do. Given half the chance to shoot a goal, he's going to shoot. And one or two of them will certainly go in. I mean, there's even talk from England about dropping Jordan Pickford, for tonight's game, and bringing in Jordan Henderson. I get that, it's a third and fourth place playoff, but surely you'd want to stick with your number one goalkeeper. Don't you think? I'd see the point if it was like Scotland in the third place playoff. Right, I'm going to read you some of these quotes. 3 nations have an expectation to win the title. This is not us. This is from Tuchel. I don't regret my decisions. If someone takes the blame, I take the blame. That's from Tuchel. That is the comments from Thomas Tuchel. Like I said, guys, tonight's game, for me, in my eyes, is only going to go one way. France is going to win the game. I don't think there'll be too much VAR controversy, but then I could be wrong because it is a World Cup. But I reckon I'm going to stick my neck out in the line here and say it's going to be a 2-0 win to France, and they're going to win it very comfortably. And they're going to finish third in the World Cup. England's going to finish fourth. And on that, guys, I can't really say much more because that is what's going to happen tonight. You mark my words, if England go defensive for the last half hour, that is what's going to happen. France are going to come alive and go over them. But if England attack, we could win the game. Which England side's going to show up, guys? I don't know. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Do let me know what English side you think is going to show up. Personally, to me, France is going to win this game 2-0, and I can't really say much more. And with that being said, guys, tomorrow we have a big one to look forward to. It is the World Cup final. And I never thought we'd get here so quickly. But tomorrow is our World Cup final preview show. Do join me for that, guys. In the meantime, keep it wheelie, keep it real. And as always, guys, thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.